The ladies talk TV, real ones on the scene. Texas to the Bronx, with a queen in between. Messy or deep, we gon' speak how we feel. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah, we keep it real. The ladies talk TV, real ones on the scene. Texas to the Bronx, with a queen in between. Messy or deep, we gon' speak how we feel. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah, we keep it real. It's your girl EJ, clocking in from the South. Talk TV with a twist and a petty little mouth. Reppin' Texas all day, TV junkie in the building. I said what I said, and that's real, not cap. It's Moochie from Queens coming through with the facts. Mook Trilla's reviews, I don't hold nothing back. Now put them hammers up. Anywho, you have now entered the den, so come on in. BX in the building, I don't give a damn. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Real talk all day, I don't come to play. Ladies talk TV, real ones on the scene. Texas to the Bronx with a queen in between. Messy or deep, we gon' speak how we feel. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah, we keep it real.
Tiff loved him deep, now she grieving in ways. Trying to hold strong, but her smile won't stay. Rob's gone cold, true, still in the dark. Now she's holding a test and a broken heart. A mama, a fighter, a woman undone. What do you do when power turns personal? Ooh. Welcome to the chat, where pain don't knock, just walks right in. Welcome to the chat, where pain don't knock, just walks right in. Welcome to the chat.
What is up, y'all? What is up? What is up? What is up? It's your girl EJ, the TV Junkie. Y'all already know what it is. It's time for The Shy. What's up to everybody in the chat? We appreciate you guys coming through. Let me go ahead and get the ladies up here so we can go ahead and jump into this. First up, y'all already know, Queen's in the building. What's up, Moochie?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And of course, you got BX in the building. Hey, boo, how are you?
Hey, y'all. What's going on?
Listen, The Shy is what's going on, girl. The Shy is what's going on. So we got to talk about everything that went down on The Shy this week. First and foremost, we got to get the vibe check. How was y'all feeling about this particular episode? Tamika? I saw your head go down. I said, let me go ahead and give me real quick.
It was cool. It was cool. It was all right. I got a feeling Reg is gonna irk my nerves. You know, we'll talk about it. He already been on my nerve, but you know, like I'm gonna have to go ahead and book my flight. That's what it's given.
Okay, I ain't even mad at it, Moochie.
Yeah. He is pissing me off, Reg. I thought it was a good episode. It's a build-up episode. It's certain parts that's coming together. I loved Lene's response in this episode, and she was such a young lady and very expressive, and she has a right to be concerned, but we'll get into that. But other than that, it was a good episode.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and see what the chat has to say about the episode. What y'all think about this episode, y'all? Drop down in the chat. Let me know what y'all thought. Since we're bringing people back, let's get Brandon back, girl. Brandon is a lost cause. I don't even know what Brandon would even do at this point. I don't even know how he would fit into this new Shy world, to be honest. But, you know, listen, if they gonna raise him up from the dead, I guess we didn't see him die, so it is what it is. He might could come back too.
I mean, he had a funeral though.
I forgot about that. He did have a funeral.
So it's just like now, yeah, they made it definite with him.
Yeah, I mean, it was all that. Whatever, I don't know what the heck happened, but you just can't be out here doing whatever it is. I don't know if it was real, fake, whatever. It just is what it is. They will permanently take you off. But shout out to everybody. We appreciate y'all coming through. Hey, Candy, Trainer, Boo, DeMarcus in the building, and everybody else who's already here but hasn't said anything. Please make sure to go ahead and hit the like button, y'all, on everybody's platforms. Help run us up in that algorithm, because y'all know YouTube. This YouTube life be hard, y'all. So just a little bit of like, that's all you got to do, and we will be appreciative. We're gonna jump into this episode. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with Nuck, because he ain't playing no games out here. When we first opened up the episode, Nuck said he got a statement to make. He got to get it done. He got to rule with a iron fist. And it feels like Duda all over again to me. I feel like this is the only way that they feel like they can express themselves, or like this is the only way they can keep people in line. But we know that that's really not the case. I mean, we have like almost a real case study in kind of sort of when you think about Meech. Meech didn't necessarily rule with a hammer like this, you know what I'm saying? But was still able to have loyalty. But for some reason, it feels like Duda, Q, all of them, they felt like they all had to do these things. What was y'all thought process about this? Because I didn't see them I was like, dang, you just gonna do them like that, Mooch?
I just didn't like. How can I say it? I'm worried about Bakari right now. Did you see how scared he looked, y'all? Did you see his face? The acting was good, but I'm like, oh, Bakari, if you don't get out now, it's gonna be too late. It makes me not like Nook even more.
Yep, that redemption arc ain't working so hot for him, huh, Tamika?
I'm ready for him to go. That's all I'm waiting patiently for. And my patience is running out. I don't give a damn about this man, with the fake dude. Like you saying you gonna be so different than him, but you literally taking people out because you like, oh, you being too flashy. You ain't listen to what I said. So, go ahead and bury him with his jury. I wish somebody would have buried Nuck right next to him, but they too scared.
Okay, that part, girl. They should have just went ahead and took him on up out of here. But it is what it is. Okay, we got some Team Reg already in the building. You sound like DeMarcus. Nook gets angry when he calls his government name, but you out there pretending you are not a thug. Okay, yeah, that was pretty interesting as well. I'm kind of jumping around here, y'all. I didn't really put these in no order. I want to talk about Trig and Shad for just a second, because these two decide that they are going to test out Tiff's shrooms. Like, first of all, let's just say this. Tiff is getting cold with this whole learning how to make these drugs games. Like, she has really, really improved from, remember seeing her when she first wanted to start doing this, when she first started learning how to grow her own stuff. One thing she is resourceful and she can do the darn thing. I'm not mad at that, but they're testing it out. But then we get these triggers of them and just both kind of realizing that, listen, we didn't get enough love as a kid. They both had some jacked up mamas, you know what I'm saying? And maybe that's the reason why they gravitated towards each other. I don't know. Maybe that's how they connected. But apparently shrooms take you to a deeper level. Moochie, what was your thought just on kind of seeing this epiphany with them? Did you have any thoughts? Like, did it like
I did with Trig battling with Victor. We always knew that was going on internally in him. We've seen it where 1 minute he wants to be Trig, and when he wants to be a businessman, he's Trig, and when he got to get to the streets and get it done, business wise he's Victor, and getting it busy, getting it done, putting that work in, he's Trig. So we see that he's choking Trig. What did y'all think of that? That was crazy to me. And I felt bad I felt bad for Shad because his mother was going through her stuff too, where she wasn't paying attention to him as a little boy. And all he wanted was attention. And I think that's why he bonded so well with Alicia. Because he wanted a mommy figure. He has mommy issues.
Oh yeah, definitely got some mommy issues. And I did think that was interesting, to say the least, that Trig has been fighting this internal battle all this time. Like, we've kind of been seeing it. He wants to be called Victor. He doesn't want to be called Trig, although you trigger Trig all day. Sorry, Trig. That's who you are for me. But he's had this internal battle, and yeah, he was choking him because he wants him to be gone. And you heard him say that thing where he was like, I'm mourning what my life could have been, you know? And that's still very relevant to him. Like, that's a big thing to say, to know that your life could have been somewhere else had it have not been for this. Tamika, thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with y'all. So this was one of the parts I was interested in this episode. Actually, I like this part, how they broke it down. And, you know, she said y'all was going to see some things, y'all was going to elevate it, y'all was going to have an out-of-body experience. And it was crazy how, even though it's two different situations, it basically was kind of common, where they both could see that they have some issues that brought them into the directions in their life that they wanted, you know, that they are in now. Like Shad seeing that I got the mommy issues, and that's why, you know, I didn't get enough love. And Victor basically, you know, aka Trey, saying I didn't either. And that's why we kind of went down the roads that we went down. And we already knew that Victor was struggling and he wanted to let go of Trey. So I like how he saw it for himself, you know, with the fight internally and how's it gonna play out. I like this part.
Yeah, somebody actually makes a good point in the comments where they say that they think subconsciously he's going to have to return to Trig in order to save Jake. They're definitely bringing Jake's storyline back into the fold. And with them showing Victor, so hard for me to call him Victor, them showing Victor trying to fight and kill Trig, basically, or unalive Trig, trying to get rid of him. It's going to be darn near difficult for him to do what he needs to do when it comes to Reg, his brother, to save his other brother who has a potential future. But Reg is consistently trying to take that away from him. Even when Jake was young, Reg did the same exact thing. Like, instead of, you know, like, it, to be honest, we talk a lot of stuff about Duda, but it was Duda who really, really showed him that there could be something else by putting him in that school that he was in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's amazing how that worked out, because people can say what they want to say about Duda, but Duda did somewhat have a plan, and some of his stuff made sense. It's just, he was just ruthless. I mean, you know, he just Duda.
Yeah, but he was traumatized though, Jake, living there, just with the stuff that he was seeing. But I think he would have been like that with Reg too, except it would have been more hands-on. Now you gonna get your hands dirty. And he kind of we see that there is a good side of Jake, where Jake was carrying a hammer to school at one time. Y'all remember this? So we're seeing him change, and we saw the change in Jake, and we don't want to see him go back to that. I was kind of disappointed with the beginning of that, with them doing the whole ATM thing, because that was his thing when they first started the show. If you remember, when the show started, Jake was doing stuff like that in the beginning. So it's like, like I said, he fell right back in line with Reg.
Yeah. Josh said, do you think it would be better if Jake saved himself, showing that he has grown up? I mean, absolutely, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think that the problem is the connections. Like, at the end of the day, Reg was the one who was taking care of Jake. Even when he was young, he had that hold on him. And something about somebody who has a hold on you and you feeling like you owe them something, it may not be that easy for him to save himself, which is why I think they're showing us so much of Trig's internal fight, because Trig is definitely going to have to help save his brother, because I feel like Jake already wants to be out of this situation. He don't know how to say no to Reg. It's almost like he can't say no. Like,
yeah, you know, he's like, still kind of afraid of him, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy, but we'll get to that in a second. Let me get back to this one right here. Lamb to the slaughter. Listen, Alicia is doing the most. Okay, y'all know Alicia say, look, bring them, you tell me who they are, and I'm gonna put this money in your pocket. And I feel like we see the pastor, you know, he's about to serve Nook up on a platter.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, I'm good for it. I'm good with that. But you know, we kept wondering who was going to be the person that would figure it out. Now it's starting to make sense. The person who knows about it, what we were talking about last time, remember? There's only one other person who knows, and who is her daddy? This person. And
do you think she told her father?
I don't think she told him yet. I think she is going to tell him either that, or she's going to tell her grandmother, who we know is going to come into the story, Felicia Rashad. Either she's going to tell her and she's going to tell him some kind of way he going to get the information. It just makes sense now how it connects, because Bakari not going to tell it.
No.
But he is going to get that information from her, and that's how it's going to come about. But I don't know. What you think, Tamika? Think that's how it works out, or how you think it play out?
Yeah, I could see that. Alicia, she is doing too much though. Last week you telling the mamas we should all get out there. I want to take everybody out that's been taking people out. Now you going to the pastor, and he over here talking about, the streets, they just starting to trust me. We don't give a damn, pastor. You ain't, good for nothing any damn way either. So, go ahead and spill the tea, I guess, and Alicia gonna get to work and cleaning up the streets. So yeah, being as though she went to her grandmother, and we know that grandma gonna be coming into play sometime down the line. I could see it going that way. How many of them is he gonna give up? How many names is he dropping? That's the part I want to know.
It might not happen that way, because now the cops is back in the picture.
Yeah, the cops is in play too.
The cops is back in the picture now. I keep seeing that thing with Bakari throwing up, and he might get close to his, how y'all say, his arc, and he reaching his potential. It might not be him getting KI double hockey sticks. It might be prison.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely
he's got more than he got more than one body on him.
Yeah,
he's connected to two bodies now.
That is very true, because I mean, at the end of the day, we see the foreshadowing, and it doesn't have to be death. I mean, it could be death in prison. I mean, that would be death for him in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because after all the stuff that you've been through, after all the things that you've overcame, only to get caught up in this mess because you threw up and you weren't even there. You weren't even like a part of any of this. You just get called into it, and here you are. Like, that's messed up to not do something and be the one who got to go down for it. Because clearly there's a story with this cop's child that seems like it's going to be something along those same lines. Shout out to DeMarcus with the $5 super chat. Reg and Alicia teaming up would be a huge nightmare for Nuck. Alicia could take out 2 birds with 1 stone. It is the situation. I mean, possibly. You never know. But I am interested to see how this plays out, because Pastor crooked. Y'all know he crooked. Y'all know Pastor. Y'all know Pastor finna be out here doing the most. Why is that thing doing it?
But you know what else though? Reg wasn't as violent as Nook. He would retaliate if somebody stepped to him, but he wasn't the one that initiate beef all the time.
Yeah, but I also think that Reg was never in charge to do that. Reg was following orders most of the time, because he always had a boss. I don't know what Reg looks like as the man on the top. Right. You know what I'm saying? That would be interesting to see. So, so we were just talking about this, y'all. Will he live to see his story be told? Will he live to see his story be told? Or will his story, and Moochie makes a great point, or will his story get told? Because his book is going to happen. They done talked about this book so much that it's going to happen regardless. The book coming out. But will he be in prison when this book come out? Or will he be unalived when this book come out? How do you foresee it, Tamika? What are your thoughts?
Child, I've been saying for the longest, I feel like it's lights out for Bakari. It's just a matter of when. They've been foreshadowing this damn thing till they can't foreshadow no more. Will he live to see it? I don't know. He may live to see it and then be out, or he could be gone and then it come out and be a bestseller.
Yeah, either way. Moochie, you stick with your he might go to prison theory, or
I'm gonna stick. I don't want it to be like that, but it looks like one of them might end up getting taken out. I'm on the fence with it still, and we only on episode 5. So the question is it gonna happen by the mid-season? Because it's like they so close to everything, and it's just like wild the way they doing this.
Mm.
I don't know.
So, what did they do last time? How many episodes? 10?
They did
Yeah,
16.
it's 16. This one.
16 this one? Okay. So we still got four
Yeah.
more before we get mid-season. Okay, well, there's that. But Alicia says that she's helping him, that she wants to see him, like she likes, it's almost like she likes fixing up people. I don't know what to think about Alicia. I really do think that Alicia has good intention when it comes to this. I feel like she's trying to save him from himself, and almost like I don't know, it's like she got this savior complex right now. So but at the same time, Alicia is ruthless too, and she will use things to her advantage too. So I don't know what side of the fence she on with this Bakari thing. Any thoughts, Mooch? Like as far as Alicia and Bakari's relationship?
I think it's the same situation how she had Zay under her wing. Remember, she was trying to get Zay to pull a trick on Duda, but he wasn't he got, I think he wasn't able to do it. He wasn't able to fully commit to it or something like that. The question is, if she starts asking him stuff, is he going to tell the truth? And is he going to be discovered? Because I I just feel like he might end up telling her because they're building a rapport. That makes sense, y'all?
Mm-hmm. I thought so at first too, until this episode. I thought that he would end up telling on himself. But after this episode and seeing the pastor being put into the play with all of this, that's what made me change my thought process of who was going to tell it. I really think it's going to be Kenya that tells it now, but only to her daddy. And that's how I think it's going to play out. But I don't know. It could be Bakari, could have but it's just the way he see Nut pulling that trigger. I just don't know if he really want to tell it.
I think he gonna be too scared. That's why I'm on the fence with it. Cause he looked so scared. He really looked genuinely scared when that happened, because it was something so trivial that the guy got taken out for.
Exactly. Jai, to your point, I personally, like, as far as my opinion, I don't think that she wants to take out Nook right now. I think that she's going to get told about Nook by the pastor, and then she's going to want to take out Nook. And that's how Alicia and the Nook thing is going to come about. I think that she truly believed Nook crazy behind. I don't know why. I just felt like she was smarter than that. But I guess, I don't know. She was emotional. I ain't going to lie. Tamika, thoughts on the relationship between Alicia and Bakari and what you think might happen?
I don't trust Alicia. And I don't think Bakari should trust her either. I just, she may have some good intentions in there, but at this point, she's trying to take over every damn thing. And I feel like he playing it real close because she is dangerous. And you come into her, she done got you this scholarship. She helping you get a damn book deal, which they didn't even know she was doing this whole setup. And all this time you knew about what happened to her son and you was around. I mean, you didn't do it. You wasn't there when the actual event went down, but you still came and helped him be carried to the damn stairs. So does that come up at any point in time? I just don't know. You
Because
playing
it feel
this
like
real
it should.
close. Yeah.
Too close. All right, let's talk about Keisha and Tiff, because this is the second episode where this has come up again about Keisha saying something about them having little man. You know what I'm saying? EJ having big man. He ain't little no more. He a big man now. And I'm just like, is Keisha, like, is she just tired? Is she just gonna say it like, girl, come get your baby? Like, what? Like, I just need her to go ahead and say it and stop fiddling around with it. And then there's also a conversation that's going on about, is Tiff ready to kind of, put herself out there? And we have a little bit of conversation about Trigger Trig, and we have a little conversation about Nook. I only like Trig for her. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't like anybody else for her right now. I could see her and Trig together, and I think they'd be a good fit. What did you think about the conversation, Tamika? You think Tiffany tired? Not Tiffany, Keisha tired?
Girl, Keisha and me is tired because I don't understand why we keep having these looks and why we keep going back to this conversation. And yeah, girl, come get your child. Like, what are you doing that you can't have him? In all honesty, what's the plan? Are we getting him right after we give birth? Like, I don't know.
She said she was trying to get her mind right. She wasn't in the right mind frame.
Yeah, I get it. I get the initial. She needed a break. She was grieving. It's hard out here in these streets. Okay. I completely understand. And we co-parenting, and there's nothing wrong with Emmett having his damn child over there. I'm never going to, say anything about that. But at the same time, you have never ever talked about like the time frame and how much time are you spending with him. Do you still see him? Because just with the attitude he was giving her that last time around makes me feel like she's not. Are you preparing him to be a big brother? Like, is there any conversations going down? That's the bigger picture for me.
He already a big brother.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying as far as her child. You understand? Because
I got what you saying. But
like a big brother twice.
He already a big brother. But
just like the change of the dynamics of you was his primary parent, then he was staying with you and Rob. Rob got taken out. Even though he still had other siblings, as far as him with his mom, he was the only one. And now she's having another one. And now you've been put somewhere else. So, we had the conversation about how he could feel like he's been kind of put out and now you got the new baby and you don't want him type of vibes. I'm just saying, even though we know that's not the case as a child, that could be the way he's looking at it. So,
and this ain't the first time she dropped him off like that, where she can't deal with it. She did that with him when he was little with Emmett and left him with the baby.
Yeah. So it wasn't that long then.
Huh?
It wasn't that long then. Emmett only had him for
I think he had him like a day or two or something
it
like
wasn't
that.
Long.
It wasn't that long, but it's not as bad as this. But I get it. She's not mentally in the right space.
Yeah. And I don't think Keisha gonna say nothing, even though I think she is at a point where it's like she trying to hint at it, but then she's like, I'm good.
Yeah, but
we really
I don't like that she's throwing it up in her face every time.
Yeah.
It's a way to do that.
I'll just be honest, like, girl, like, give me like Tamika said, give me a time frame. Like, when you coming back to get your son? Like, it's all good that he's here, because at the end of the day, like, this is Emmett's child too, and there is no world where I would say that somebody can't drop their child off with their father,
right? Exactly.
For no specified amount of time. The problem is that Keisha is part of this family as well. And she's probably taking on a lot more of this than Emmett is taking on, because, that just is what it is. So with that being said, and y'all being friends, like, just be honest and be like, look, I don't mind keeping him, but let's get a time frame down so that, we can make the proper plans, because Keisha has always been about people having a routine and a schedule and all this type of stuff. And that's all they really got to do. I just don't want it to be this point where it blow up, because it's the second episode that you done said this. Like,
exactly.
And you got to remember, she having a baby too. And Dawn, I hear you saying it's 4 episodes. That's not long, but technically it's been months. Remember, we had a jump. So it ain't just been like no days or no weeks.
It's been 6 months. They did a time jump in episode 2. It was 6 months total that he's already been there. And then we don't really know what the time frame has been. We got Mother's Day. There was I don't know what they were celebrating before. They were having a baby shower, and that was at the 6-month mark. And then they went to Mother's Day. So it's some time that's being passed on here. By the time they actually give birth, I mean, we'll be at the 9th month, and he'll probably still be there. So that's a pretty significant amount of time for this type of situation, So, What's up to everybody that's coming through in the chat? We appreciate you guys coming through. JT, D-Day coming through. Juan came through. Dan, the man. Hey, y'all. Hey, we appreciate y'all. Drop your thoughts in as well. I'll be reading through the comments here as we talk through this episode. So let's go ahead and move on to this. Trigger Trig, Victor. Maybe, maybe not. It feels like Tiff is kind of feeling him, but she doesn't know if he likes, like, if he just likes trans women, or if she doesn't know. And Keisha was like, did you ask him? So I'm I like Trig. He's one of my favorite characters on here. I don't know what he probably the only guy on here that I actually just like. Trig is a good dude because he can be the good guy and he can pull that trigger, and I like it. It's like the best of both worlds. I'm gonna feel protected and safe, but I'm also gonna feel cared for. I don't know. I would love to see them together, but do y'all think it's gonna happen, Moochie?
I don't know, because the question is she's gonna work up the nerve to ask him that question.
That too. And she's still in a place where she says she's not ready yet. And it's cool. It's only been like 6-ish months. So, I mean, that's fine too. But if they don't do it, please do this one. I would like, and the kid gonna get taken care of. Like, Tree gonna be there. Tamika, thoughts?
Yeah, I think it boils down to, is she gonna have that conversation? Is she even interested? Is she really gonna ask him that question? It did crack me up that Alicia was in that background ear hustling when her and when her and Keisha was talking, and then Rashad picked up on the eyes and he was like, "Look, don't look at me." Like he caught it. He seen what was being thrown down. I wouldn't be mad at it. I said that from before. But I'm also okay with her just taking time for herself and for this baby and getting her damn child back. I'm sorry, y'all.
Go get that boy. You said, go get your baby. Okay, let's move on to this question right here. Reg is the key to her son's freedom, apparently, allegedly. We don't have a whole lot about this story. I tried to dig back in my memory of Shy, and I remember her and Brandon and all that. So I know she's a throwback. I know she's the cop that was helping. Well, that got Brandon killed. That's what she really did. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But this storyline that they're bringing in now has something to do with Reg, but exactly what? How does her son play into it? Like, those are all the questions that I have now. And what about Reg holds a key to him possibly being let go of early? Any thoughts, Mooch?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, who they got him linked to. And I'm trying to think of what, like, this lady was a cop. Who was her son hanging out with where him and Reg is linked together? Or maybe that explains why she was harassing him so much, because we couldn't figure out why. It was just like she kept nitpicking with him, and then he got taken out. So I don't know. They bringing back an old storyline where I never even knew she had a son. So it's like, where did the boy come from?
And what's the beef? Like, where
exactly?
how he end up with Reg, hanging out with Reg?
And you a cop's son.
Is it a case of like mistaken identity type of situation, or like somebody, like he got caught up in something? Like, I don't know. I just got a lot of questions. Tamika, what you got?
Yeah, it's good to know that I'm not by myself, because I was lost. But DeMarcus said Reg beat down her son. I guess, child, I don't really give a damn about her son. But I mean, if this is what they needed to use to bring, her back in, to say, no, Reg is gone. Wait a minute. No, he not. Okay, I'm going to have to go ahead and look into this and do some detective work and let them know that I got somebody on the inside that gave me some info. And if this is true, because I do remember her being around and like, coming at Reg or whatever, but I did not remember her son. So I was like,
so child, I ain't going back. Do you think that they trying to retaliate? Like they think that he might have took out Reg? Is that what they trying to say? Because he got beat up?
I mean, I don't know what DeMarcus is
not making no
about.
sense.
I don't know, because he was saying some of his time could get shaved off, being as though he's still alive. Yeah. I didn't know what the connection was there.
Neither did I.
Exactly. It didn't make sense. That's why I was like, what is it? Because I'm just left just throwing out random stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. How is Reg being alive? Because you didn't unalive him, I don't think. I remember them coming by and it was the ladies, because he got caught up. I mean, allegedly unalive. Everybody thought he was unalive. Y'all know what I mean. It was the ladies was driving by on the motorcycle. Yeah. He was looking at the ladies, and they was the one who blasted them bullets off. So it definitely ain't have nothing to do with that. I don't know. I mean, I really, really don't know. Toussaint arrested arrested Big Mike, but he not Big Mike. That's not Big
Yeah, I
Mike.
remember Big Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, nah,
Now
Big Mike was the one. Remember, Big Mike was the one when he got taken out. Remember when they was doing the police thing? And he was with Trig then. And they was doing the going to the buildings when people had domestic calls and all of that. He's still around. He
Yeah.
was still around.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I know what Big Mike looked like. So I don't think I don't know, DeMarcus. We gonna have to dig a little deeper than that because I don't know. But anyway, I guess we'll figure it out soon enough. We got what? However many episodes left to figure it out. Is Tracy gonna jump into another hallelujah hot mess with this with Dre? Because this joker always gonna be Dre to me. I don't care what nobody say. He Dre. He just Dre.
Yeah, she
What
gonna
you
be
think?
down on her knees praying to the Lord with him.
Girl, that part. I'm
down
like
on her knees.
the females was all over old Charles up in there. Oh my goodness. He Charles Dre. Is he Dre Charles or Charles Dre? I don't know whichever one, but Dre Charles.
I feel like
don't
she
know.
messed up with this one because she with that loose cannon and he don't handle betrayal well. You see how he came after Emmett brother.
Yeah, that is true. Stephen Harris said that Emmett wants Tiffany. I don't think Emmett wants Tiffany. I think that Emmett wants to be the only father of her child per se. He was cool with Rob because they came to they got there because they weren't cool at first, but they got there. I think he's just mourning he don't want anybody else to be. I don't know how to explain it because I don't think that he wants her. I think it's the idea. It's like it's something else, but it's not her per se.
Yeah.
He has
Because
sympathy for her.
they came to an understanding when he was with Rob, but not hell to the no. Okay.
Yeah. No.
And Tracy, her middle name is Hot Damn Mess. She can't help herself. She gonna always go for the messiness of it all. That chick ain't learned a damn thing.
She just she just wanted her back blown out and she couldn't wait and she took him home with that stinking Smokies outfit. Girl. The whole uniform and did the do.
Okay.
And he probably staying at her house still.
Okay, I just really need them to find a new love interest for Tracy. I really don't like it. I just
not him. I thought she was gonna link up with somebody else. Like even if she linked up because she don't want any more kids, she would have been better off linking up with Jim or father.
Okay, she should have went on to wherever they at.
And I like how Jada was like, "Yeah, I heard the ladies love you." Mm-hmm. Jada got her ear to the street. She know what time it is.
Yeah, Jake. So this is the conversation that I said we was gonna bring it up later. I think that we're about to get another Jake storyline. I said a while ago that we hadn't really had a big Jake storyline since we really had the storyline between him and Gemma. And I feel like that was more of a couple storyline, not necessarily a Jake storyline. But I feel like we're about to get a Jake storyline again. And we're about to have Jake go through it again. Once again, we're about to have him go through a struggle. Because this brother is really bad news for him. He is caught on that camera and that police officer knows that was Reg. It is not going to take very much for her to put together that this is also Jake. So when you were talking, Moochie, earlier about somebody getting locked up, I was thinking Jake. I'm like,
that's how I feel. First, I was just worried about him being taken out. But now I feel like he about to be his ass right in damn jail because of his dumbass brother.
Which is not an uncommon story, and it just falls in line with these these horrid stories that you hear sometimes. And here we are. So I think that that's really what's going to happen with Jake. I don't think he's going to get unalived. I think he might end up locked up, most likely, and I think it's going to have something to do with this cop. Now, there's also a point where, depending on, because we just don't, we're missing a piece. We don't know what the cop really wants, because if there is something that she really wants that could be given, that could save Jake in some sort of way, maybe, if we knew what it was. But since we don't know what it is, all I know is that she is going to use this. She's going to know that that's Jake, period. She's going to know it's Jake, and she's going to use this, but to her advantage. It ain't got nothing to do with cop stuff. It got to do with whatever her son got going on. And she's going to she's going to try to figure out a way to, you know, make this situation work in her favor to help her son. Any thoughts over just Jake and Reg? I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, Moochie, but any additional thoughts just on this whole situation?
I wish he would be honest with Trig and tell him what's going on. Or because it's making me think, don't bring any trouble to Jake's door. Is the police coming to his house?
Absolutely. She coming. She is absolutely coming. Come on now. You know she's coming.
Yeah, so she coming. It's just he needs to grow some balls and stand up to his brother.
I agree. I 100% agree. Tamika?
Yeah, this was pissing me off. Everything about it, bringing him with you to do this, you know, taking the money out the ATMs. Then we gonna go buy some jewelry first damn thing. Then we gonna sit in the car and watch damn Nuck and smoke. And you know, oh, I gotta keep you by my side. You can't go nowhere. You the only one I trust. I wanted Jake to be like, F you and get out that damn car so damn bad. But he didn't. So, you know, here we are. And I see it either one way or the other. Either same thing that we said about Bakari. It could be a potential for him to be taken out, or more than likely now I'm feeling like locked up. Okay. I don't want to see it either way.
Well, I mean, I hope so. Antonio said, I think he'll try to stand up, seeing the episode 6 trailer. I hope he try to stand up for himself.
I hope he do, because Jake usually have a pretty good show, you know, head on his shoulders. It just seems like he have a sore spot when it comes to Reg, and you know, he's just getting him back. He thought he was gone, and I get all of that part, but you know, you ain't got no business doing this. And then when he's like, what about my business? I got other stuff I want to do. Oh, F your business. Like, he don't care about this boy at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so hopefully he will stand up to him, but I still don't think that that's going to stop what's coming. This right here is the problem, is those pictures that were taken, and the fact that she now knows that Reg is alive. And who is she going to think that was beside him? Like, she's definitely going to try to get Jake to, she's either going to try to get Jake to turn on his brother. But is Jake gonna do that? I don't know. It's gonna be something. This is definitely gonna be interesting. Let me see what Sandra had to say. Jake fears Reg but respects Vic. And when you respect someone knowing they expect the best from you, it's hard to tell them what's going on, especially both are your brothers. So, I mean, yeah. What is that noise?
It was my phone. Sorry, I had to put
you
it on.
fine. I was like, I thought something was going off in my ear. I was like, what is that? But yeah, I mean, I don't know, y'all. It's gonna be interesting. This was a hallelujah hot mess, y'all. I didn't even want to see these two get married, but everybody deserves love. But Dante marrying you, really?
Yo, I was asking for him. I said, hopefully we'll see him this season, but I didn't think we was gonna see him on this capacity. Him getting a reverend's license online. And Lene, the way she was looking at this whole circus.
Yeah, because that's exactly what it was. I said, not y'all having Papa standing there as a witness. Y'all might as well have him officiate the damn wedding. I was so mad at this. I mean, I was laughing. It was a funny scene, but I was just mad that they really was even bothering to go through with all of this. I cannot stand this with Jamal, but this is what he wants, child. You like it, I love it, I guess.
I don't, but you know, it is what it is.
I hate it.
But yeah, I mean, at the only other part that I may wanted to touch on was the fact that we had this little moment where we see Lene and Papa talking. Do y'all think they finna try to put them together? I be thinking they about to try to put everybody together. If they just be in the scene together, I'd be like, y'all finna try to put them together. What y'all doing? But they was in the car together, and she was trying to give Dom, and because I think that's all they really wanted to do was hunch anyway. But that's the reason why they got married. But it felt like she gave him a look. He gave a look. Bakari then lost his girl. Papa about to move in. Papa be smooth with it. He better watch out.
I hope not. I'm tired of them passing people around. Like, I don't think you think he gonna end up talking to her?
I think they both got their heads on straight.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's not like Kenya and Lene was friends, or you know what I mean? And it's not like Bakari was really friends with Papa. Bakari just kind of got into their friend group on.
He was staying in his house.
I mean, Bakari became friends with Papa. That's how they got into the friend group, huh?
That's how he got into that's why I'm like, I don't think this is a good idea.
Oh, I forgot about that part. That is going to be awkward.
It is.
Oh, well, it is what it is. I be trying to put everybody together. I don't know. It's just but they stare too long. I'd be like, oh, y'all finna try to put them together? you done made them look at that one a little bit too long. Wait a minute. I don't know. No, but I really don't want to see them two together. The only people that I want to see together is Tiff and Trig. Don't ask me why I'm so hung up on that, but that is the only people that I want to see together. Everybody else can kick rocks. So it is what it is. We can find some new love interests. But that's what's up, y'all, with the episode. That was it. Any final thoughts on this episode, Moochie, or anything that you're looking forward to on the next episode? I haven't seen the trailer for the next episode, so I ain't went and looked for it.
I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with this with the cops and who they're gonna approach first and how that's gonna go down. Cause I feel like all of these people getting deleted and ain't nobody come to Nook yet. Ain't nobody come to Nook yet, and all these people been deleted.
Yeah.
So, so he got to have somebody knocking at his door, too.
I agree. Tamika, what are you looking forward to?
Child, I don't really know what to look forward to. I just want to know what the hell gonna happen with this whole Reg and Jake thing, and how long you gonna sit and watch Nuck? Like, I'm annoyed. Just get to it already. I don't understand why we on a whole damn stakeout in a hot ass car watching them on the water. Okay, I just was like, why? It's annoying the hell out of me. I want to see what play the cops gonna have, how they gonna come at it. Are they gonna be watching them for a minute, or they gonna get right to it and go knocking at the door? And because you really can't see that is Reg, even when she passed it to I don't know if that was her superior or just another officer. He was like, I don't know, who is it? And she pretty much was filling in the blanks for him that it was Reg, and he like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I guess
but also they thought he was dead. Remember,
right?
He wouldn't have known to choose him. He thought he was dead.
I still think when she was saying who it was, and she won't tell where she got her hunch from. So it might not come out that good if they find out that that's her son. Because now
she can't say it's her son.
She can't say it. So she gotta wait till she have more proof before she even do all of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So she got to be real careful with this if she trying to put Reg back behind bars. Well, Reg behind bars because he was never there. So,
and how's the whole thing gonna play out with this plan that Alicia has? Whoever's taking out the people, let me know. Nuck is right there at the damn top of the list. He definitely been racking up bodies. So that shouldn't be too hard to come up with that. And yeah, I can't even think. I don't give a damn about Dom and Jamal. It was nice seeing his body. They could have just blurred her the hell out
And just showed his little sides.
Yes. I said, okay. Yes, okay. I'm not mad at it at all. That's all I cared about too. I was like, oh, okay, Jamal.
And what's his name? What the Darnell had me cracking up with him and his damn boat and talking about, oh no, we just sit here and grill and listen to some music. He got the damn music going in the Bluetooth. I said, child.
But you know what though? None of the boats went out.
No, they didn't. They was just chilling there anyway. So, and I did agree with Bakari with that white lady. She was doing too damn much.
I felt like he was on the auction block.
That part.
Yeah.
And I did love the I'm loving all of the conversations that Darnell is having with his sons. I love Darnell's evolution as we've went through this whole the shy thing. Darnell has evolved so much, yet staying true to his character, but yet just having evolution with himself. I love that for him. And I love that he's had all these life experiences that he can share with his sons and they can be so open with each other. And I love this new son. I actually really like this character. And if they ever give him a real storyline, which I think they're about to give him a gambling storyline, just based off of what they said.
Because he can count cards.
And based off of him winning that one little spades game, I feel like this is where he's finna go. And then we already know he was already in it with I can't remember what he did. Well, no, not Kevin. Keith. Yeah. I don't know what he did because I don't remember. But
they went and did something.
Oh yeah.
And he got away. He ran faster than him. So he still feels a kind of way about it. I'm glad you brought that up because Keith gave him such a dirty look when he won the card game. So I don't think the elevator goes all the way to the top with him. I've been saying
it don't.
I think he's going to be a problem. I don't know why and what possessed Tracy to sleep with this dude, because I feel like he was beneath her anyway. She would have been
and then you got him shacking up at your damn house and you just met him and he talking about something. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, boy. Bye.
And he telling you he a con, and then you see how aggressive he is just when Pastor Charles came in. Okay, so now it's like Pastor Charles looked like they was getting ready to have go arm wrestle over her. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
he didn't even get the pre-finish quick before he was like, all right, let's go.
Well, that's what I was asking DeMarcus. I didn't know if that was what the issue was. Like, was it because of gambling? Was that what it was? Because I couldn't remember exactly what happened with them. Because, it's some story. It'd be a lot of storylines going on in the shop. I'm sorry, it'd be a lot. And it's hard to keep track of all of these doggone storylines. But that's what I was wondering, because I feel like we're about to bring that back around with really get into it, because that was hearsay for us. Because us as the audience, we're just hearing what's going on with why he can't. Well, I don't even remember them telling why they was into it, but that's we didn't see that story. So I think we gonna get to see Damon get into some stuff is what I think is about to happen. So this should be interesting. But other than that, yes, Cam, Tracy loves them hood dudes. Look at her lineup. She love them. She love them. Absolutely. And that's why I just wanted her. I wanted something different.
But now she don't went to the bottom of the barrel. Is very much given, he's from the gutter. I know a hood rat when I see one.
Okay, because it's definitely nothing like Duda. I'm sorry, but Duda is a total upgrade from whatever this dude is. Shoot, Dre Charles is an upgrade from the dude that, what's his name? Keith. He an upgrade from Keith. I don't know what she was thinking. That was just crazy, girl. Why you let him touch you? No. I just couldn't. I said, no, we didn't have to do her like this. But, somebody said even Ronnie was an upgrade. Dang.
I know that's right.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, and Sandra said that he also accused Damon of sleeping with his woman, too. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
We talked about that last week.
So he did a lot. So I guess we're going to see Damon. We're going to see what Damon got going on this go around. Damon better keep it cute. He better keep it doggone cute. And I don't know who Karuchi is going to be playing, but she's supposed to be popping up at some point as well. Somebody had dropped that in there. But yeah, her. And we still haven't seen Hannibal's wife, who's going to be played by Kyla Pratt. We still ain't seen her yet, but she's supposed to be popping up as well. So I'm here for all the guests that's going to be coming through.
Who's Kyla Pratt supposed to be playing?
Hannibal's wife.
Okay.
So she's supposed to be playing his wife. So I figured we'll see her at some point. We've actually seen him quite a few times over the last several episodes.
Yeah.
So, there's that. So who knows? He might listen. Brandon might pop back up. No, I'm joking.
Sure.
But anyway, y'all,
he ain't got no kids to mentor no more. All the kids is getting up out of here, child. And they in danger.
Okay, that part. But y'all, that was up with the shy. They killing me.
Said Ronnie wasn't an upgrade, not eating out of the damn dumpster. So Lord.
Listen, I didn't say it, Havana. Somebody else said it, but I don't know. They probably on the same level for me though. Like keeping it real, I might choose Ronnie over Keith though. Oh my God. Like the latter Ronnie, not the earlier Ronnie, the Ronnie, the redemption Ronnie over this Keith right here. Because this Keith, I don't understand. I don't understand what the appeal was. I just don't.
Yeah, like I'm
you
just
already
saying,
got him in there fluffing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, I just said she had to have her back blown out.
Yeah,
and she
but
couldn't.
He ain't no
she
back
didn't want to be patient.
Nigga, Moochie, that is not no black.
Yeah,
back
but
blown out, nigga.
I mean, she wasted a good nut on him.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. Like that is just like no.
He must have did something. She had him in the house fluffing up the damn pillow.
No, that's like you having a crack after you done starved for a whole week or two, and they say here's the crack, and you be like, that's the best crack I ever had. No. She ain't get her wig. She ain't get her back blown out like how she was supposed to.
Yeah.
She just like she gonna give for now.
Pastor Charles a test run.
Okay, I mean,
Pastor
now if
Charles
anything,
got a lot of he poking a lot of fires too.
Right.
Okay, but I would take Dre Charles over Keith. Now he looked like he might be able to do a little more than that, but he don't look like no back blown out type of ninja either. So
nah, he just looked like he wanted to get one off, and she did too. That's why I said that's what happens when you're not patient. Now she gonna have just one flew over the cuckoo's nest chasing her and stalking her, because he seemed like he gonna be a stalker, especially if she get with that reverend. We don't know what's up with him. He seemed like the elevator don't go all the way to the top.
Girl, you right though. He don't.
She could have had Jamal stroking her from the side.
Okay,
and getting in and enjoying it.
Jamal said he was up in that thing. I rewinded it back. I ain't afraid to tell y'all. I rewinded it back. I said, okay, Jamal, I see you. I really do wish they had to put her and Jamal together, though. Like, I think that would have been a better fit, but I get where they going with this whole kids thing. They just want to keep Dom in this doggone show for some reason. Can we just please just get we don't need her.
I thought they was gonna put them two together. I really did, because the way they was talking last season. But then again, she already sealed the deal last season, Dom.
Child Cam, okay, talking about
build a life and you know me 2.5 seconds. Like that was a red flag right there. Hell no.
Oh, jeez Louise, boy, Tracy got.
How come Jada ain't talk no sense into her about that one?
Maybe she don't
talk about the reverend, but you ain't tell him about this one.
She might not know
she's
about
single too, so she should be that.
That's right. She did say.
Yeah, she may have thought that Tracy would use him as a little plaything. Or you don't take somebody like that back to your house, but she know Tracy ain't got the sense God gave her Roach, so she shouldn't even.
She should have just went ahead, because he probably didn't have enough coins to go to the hotel, to the
hotel, motel, holiday.
And she done took him back to the house. Now he know where she staying.
Exactly. He ain't never leaving.
He's there. Cause she was like, where's she said, oh, he don't like the water.
And
they didn't go nowhere.
He would have been on. If anything, that's what I'm saying. If anything, he would have been on. He probably had to work at Smokies because everybody was there. But
he talking about what he gonna do when he get baptized. Sure. He might try to drown Charles in that water.
I could see him doing that because then he'll be Dre if he drown him in the water.
That part.
Oh God.
He already Dre Charles to me though. Pastor Dre Charles. Hallelujah. Okay, knocking him off. But yeah, that was it, y'all. That was the end of The Chi. This was such a great conversation, y'all. I feel like The Chi is redeeming itself. And like, I've always enjoyed The Chi, but I am not afraid to say that there have been some seasons where The Chi fell off a little bit, where we took some twists and turns and we ducked and we did some things and it just wasn't as great or that high that we are used to having. But I do feel like this season, like we are definitely doing something else. I'm enjoying it thus far. So, we gonna see how it go though. See what happens. Make it do what it do. Keith's gonna leave one of them windows unlocked and pop up on Charles and Tracy. Ooh. You think that's what's gonna happen, Candy? Maybe so. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all ladies tell us what y'all got going on your channels. Moochie, start with you.
I did do my we did the first reaction to BMF. We did. Only thing we didn't do was the recap, y'all. And I'm thinking about going at 9. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna talk behind the scenes, and we're gonna see if we can make something happen. Also, Godfather Harlem, my solo recaps is coming, predictions and stuff like that. That episode was fire. I will be on tomorrow with Inga talking about that, myself and Tamika, and then it all starts all over again with the first reaction for BMF. Okay. So keep y'all notifications on.
Let me see, Tamarcus. I must have missed it. Hold on, I didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you, Tamarcus, for the $5 super chat. I think that Rosalind Perry will think that Reg took out Duda and could hand Reg to Toussaint. Is it Toussaint? How you say her name? Toussaint? Toussaint, something like that. The cop, the detective.
Yeah, Toussaint.
Yeah.
Toussaint. I mean, that's a possibility because we are going to see that Rosalind ain't going nowhere. I mean, Rosalind definitely going to be holding a blicky in that trailer and she going to be coming for somebody. I don't know who exactly, but I mean, listen, could happen. That's for sure, for sure. Oh, hold on. What you say? Godfather Harlem. Oh, okay. Godfather. Yeah. Tamika, what you got going on, boo?
I don't know, to be honest with y'all. I'm trying to catch up on all the shows. I was away, so I'm literally like just finished watching some of the episodes. I still gotta watch Godfather Harlem. I know I'm gonna be joining Inga and Moochie tomorrow to discuss that, and I want to try to do a review for Divorce Sisters, BMF, and The Chi, but could be not. And just keep your notifications on so you know if I do put anything up, and then just keep it going. Yo, I heard Kingdom Business ain't coming back. I'm so mad at that.
Oh, so they didn't renew it?
I don't think so. I seen Kirk Franklin, as somebody asked him when he was in a live, and he was like, no Kingdom Business. I'm like disappointed. I like that show.
Oh, me too. That was one of my favorite shows, actually. I like that. That was really good. Stephen Harris, it's not an unpopular opinion. I really hope I want Trigger Trig to show up and do what he needs to do, okay? I'll be happy when Trigger Trig show up. Yes, I'm happy that Victor is trying to turn his life over, but I like Trigger Trig. I like it when he get active out here in these streets, okay? Something about it. But anyway, y'all, as far as my channel is concerned, I'm actually about to go live here shortly to talk about the Never Ever Mets. If you are watching that a reality show, it's a dating reality show. It was over. If you're watching that one, then definitely come hang out with me and Candy and everybody, it's a lot of us. Just come hang out with us, and we're gonna be talking about all the mess that went down on this one. On Thursdays, Tika Deshawn and I do Divorced Sisters, and of course we have my girl Tamika, Candy, and Light Up Letitia. So if you're watching Divorced Sisters, then definitely come over and hang out with us on Thursdays. And then I've been dropping family business content every single Sunday. Family Business, they finished wrapping production, is done. So we're just waiting for when it's going to drop. I'm hoping probably, maybe like a fall drop or something like that. But regardless, I'm going to keep doing off-season family business content. And I've been doing a retro over Power as well. So if you're, if you like Power, then I've been went back and watching the OG Power. So I've been doing a retro over that and some other stuff. So definitely just go check out my channel, turn on your notifications. I've been trying to drop more content. And yeah, that's it, y'all. So we're about to get up out of here. We appreciate all of you. Steven, JT, Sandra, DeMarcus was in the building. Candy, of course. Ivana was in the building. D Lamont, Cam was in the building. Thank you, all of you. D Day, is that D Day? Yeah, Dee, girl, I can't read. Dee was in the building. Dee, we appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us. Who else was up in here? And Miss T came through, was in the building. Antonio came through. LSW was in the building. And Trina Boo, she came through. Juan came through. Ja came through. Thank all of you guys so much. We appreciate y'all. If you're watching this on the replay, please make sure to go ahead and type in #replay squad. Let us know you came through. Let us know what you think about the Shy and what you think is going to go down and what's going to happen. And we're about to get up out of here, y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
We the latest TV talk, real vibes, both takes. If you laugh, feel seen, or just love the crew, like, comment, and subscribe, boo. Back next week with more drama. Keep it locked with the ladies. The ladies talk TV, real ones on the scene. Texas to the Bronx with a queen in between. Messy or deep, we gon' speak how we feel. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah, we keep it real. The ladies talk TV, real ones on the scene. Texas to the Bronx with a queen in between. Messy or deep, we gon' speak how we feel. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah, we keep it real.